Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Alright. Okay. Archon closed. Yeah.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it.
The only ones for the job.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you...
I came across this commission while reviewing. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your capability...
Okay, so who are...
This commission was jointly issued by... But the problem is...
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If somebody...
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed in... Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to...
I guess I'm going to be in Sumeru for the first time in ages, I guess. Feels weird being in Sumeru.
We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Oh, oops.
Hello there. Are you looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. Ah, you're not the... To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of...
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your question. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of... We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but at least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all...
Alright, specific...
Young guy. In his early 20s, probably. Incredibly kind sort of person. Always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before.
But of course, everyone in the village... There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that...
Could he have just...
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the...
Huh. Alright, thanks for...
Dialogue impact. Okay. Well, let's figure out this stuff. Mystery.
It's the guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to...
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. coming all this way for our sake. That's so very...
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly, and whenever someone had something on their mind, as the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been...
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle... But, you wouldn't happen to know...
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it.
It's okay. There's no need to... Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality. Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're...
Yep, sure are.
I'm so glad to hear that. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best. Is this the place?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop. I was actually adopted by the people of Vimara Village. I was surrounded by such good people and growing
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want... Really? You know exactly how... Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, no matter what came my way, he was so thoughtful and pure. And paid ever since he disappeared. No, none of those things...
Wow. You two... Did he ever tell you anything?
He mostly just talked... Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village.
Still not...
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. The last time I talked this much in one go was... come to think of it. Every time we talked, it always seemed... Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't... the abyss or...
Obligatory fighting.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted!
Laser beam moment.
Settle down.
Okay.
I will have order.
Live! Witness my great undertaking!
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think, they seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief,
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village just in... Wait a second. The person... It's Dainsleif!
You just throw a smoke bomb? Don't work.
It's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Yep, see you later.
Hey, Dainsleif. The guy that never fucking appears, like, at all, ever. Because he just doesn't
Why do you always
want
have to pop
I
up
guess.
out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's...
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
I guess so.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or work.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind...
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine...
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. And don't worry. So that someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not...
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, there's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable death. The sinner you wish to know about. His situation is different. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Wait a second. So, the foul, Sertologi, I've heard that name before. Where did I hear that name before? Sertologi. I know Gold Granddaughter. But I've heard the foul Sertologi before. Where?
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi
mentioned them, I believe.
master.
Oh.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course.
So, Dane, what if—
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god?
Indeed. However, the eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experiment. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we—
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe my recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait, then our commission here in Vamara Village.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try and— so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. Well, let's go find Dane. Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing person from your...
Oh, young guy? Early 20s?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that... Memories...
Maybe...
No. It wasn't a dream. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? But why would he do something like—
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take...
Of course.
So they just put it in some random fucking area of Samara, I guess. Yo devs really looked at this random fucking area.
So you hid it
and was
way
like,
out
yeah, let's
here?
just,
Not an
make
easy
this
place to discover, that's for sure.
important story point.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Do I need Pyro Electro? Honestly, if I do, I'll just restart the domain with those elements. Otherwise, I'll just stick with my current one. No need to change. Important to collect those.
Solidify!
Coming to be!
Yoo-hoo!
The tides beckon.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
I want those. Wait. I thought those were chests for a second, but I guess not. Actually, what was in that other area? There's another area. Oh, never mind. Never mind. No. Chest.
Stabilize!
Burst forth!
Done.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
The door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Is it really though? Gems. This better be some groundbreaking scenes, animated cutscenes, and all that cool shit. Gates. Gates. Those close. I know they'll close. They always close. Door resurrection. Party setup. Oh, I can change my party setup. Interesting. Well, I have no need, I think. Right? Don't think I have a reason. You hit the
Looks
eye
like
of
we
the
can't
first
go any
field
further.
killer in this random ruin? I don't get it.
Be on your guard.
Oh. Hey,
It's
bud.
the Abyss Order! They're here!
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have used Hydro, huh?
Desolation!
Wait.
Solidify!
No. Use Cryo.
Come into being! Feel this ancient power!
Shower me with praise!
Push.
Let the mighty be humbled! Stone cold suffering! Gather! Order guide you!
Live!
Yoo-hoo!
Bow your head! Conquers all! Feel no more! Freeze and devour!
No, I don't feel like it.
Nevermore! Stabilize! Desolation!
Okay, Dad.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel
just
that?
Catching up with him.
There's been a disturbance in the lake.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna casually walk over. Cause this is... I don't get it. Animated cutscene? Huh. Huh. Whoa.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Huh? Huh? What the flip?
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
Huh?
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
What? They're just gonna brawl? They're just gonna duke it out?
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village. Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance.
Huh. Do I have to go that way? Why can't I just fly over this?
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss...
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern, but...
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues...
Hmm?
Huh? Well, you know, the young guy from... That's kind of the whole
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope, at least right now, I can't seem to recall...
But how is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grip. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased? You're right.
Physiology is so...
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said said a bunch of nice things about her. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a...
Oh, I know.
Really?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But yeah, I just saw him leave the village.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he... Do you think maybe it's not that...
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him. Because there's been a If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain... If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now. Time travel is extremely difficult to perform. No, Bahram still remembers...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's just like how you entered your... That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're fine. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbed? Good idea. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Like, does it maybe leave a trick?
Whose mind are we in? Oh my god.
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that... If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict. All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fate. The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the... That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than...
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described. We thought Chief Amadia forgot about the missing villager, but Dainsleif had memories implanted into...
It must be a toss-up because if somebody just saw the guy head over, leave, he probably is hanging out with Atossa at this exact time, which is the time that she described.
Oh, right! That's exact...
Oh, come to think of it, every time time always passed by really slowly. Even when it...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely a... Yeah, that's...
We'll find out who this person is, I guess. Let's find out who this being is. While Dainsleif and the twin are apparently fighting, I guess? They're battling? And we don't even get to see it? That's unfortunate. Oh.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talked... Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't. You could also just... talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of...
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atossa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh?
This guy seems pretty chill.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Who is this again? I forgot.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss. You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But... I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
I'm confused. What's going on? What's going on? I'm scared. I don't know what those words say. What do they say? What the hell do those words say? It must be something very important if it's like locked behind a fictional form of, like a fictional language. Wow, this is a very interesting area. Hey, Carrie Bear.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up. I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist.
Yeah, I'm talking to this guy. I kind of feel bad for him, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he actually kind of had a shitty life.
In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Wait, what? We're just talking with... Wait, what?
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
I can't believe that this is real. What's going on?
That
We're
battle
just
earlier
chatting
was
with
tough.
this one?
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The loom of fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Caribert. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me, well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space.
Oh, are you kidding me?
With Caribert gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Are you kidding?
Everything in space will be wiped from existence. Including
Really?
all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Really? Are you kidding? Did it just... What? We just... So all of that was kind of for nothing?
so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the... Oh, and Dane came by just now. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but, let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon... Wait. Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. So there we were, searching away. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all of... Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now.
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left. If Curry Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, I relied on him for a lot of things. But I'm sure with enough time... Okay, I'll admit. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
He left you.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
Maybe he will.
Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to norm. Oh, right! Weren't you about to... a picture?
Oh. Maritime Harbor? This is my photo. Dangerous. Alright, we just kind of, yeah.
You should go to sleep soon.
I know.
I will give you so many kisses when you do.
It's gonna make me happy. Wait, what? Wait, what? Aww. It's adorable.
It's all thanks to Lesser Lord Kusanali that I now enjoy good health.
There's a lot of great stuff here, don't worry.
Okay, what's my resume at? Oh yeah. I just want to make sure I didn't use Primogems, or else I would have killed myself. What do I need for clear again? I had the boss drops.
So heavy.
I collected the mushrooms. I need a weapon material, but it's not until tomorrow. So I guess I'll just get... Yeah. Crit circlet. What was the crit damage I needed for? I guess both, actually. Crit rate and crit damage. Huh. Well, I mean... I'll get her a crit rate circlet because her weapon's crit damage. Condemns. Condemns. Condense. Condoms. I did my laundry. I forgot I did my laundry.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Oh my goodness, if you do your laundry when you are done your domain, he'll kiss you on the lips.
I will have order. Burst forward.
Shower me with the...
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Solidify!
Yoo-hoo!
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled!
This is order. Stabilize.
Shower me with the...
Be sanctified.
Solidify!
Coming to be!
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
I farted. Actually, that one's pretty fucking baller. I'm gonna keep that. but gross. Finally got a circlet, and it's defense. Defense. Defense.
Add Astro.
I'm the herder. I hurt. This is my fart. Okay, that might be end? Question mark. I need go washroom and eep. Okay, I on stream. Okay, goodbye.